Everybody's here, so we're ready to start when you are.
Okay, cool. Hello, everybody. Governance and members, we're all ready to start, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to RBKC's licensing subcommittee, which is being held via Microsoft Teams and is also being live streamed. Today, we are considering objections from the police and environmental health to the proposed tent for Jamaica Food Exhibition, 119 Ladbroke Grove, London, W11 1PG. I'm Councillor Laura Burns and I'll be chairing this meeting. I confirm I have no declarations to make in relation to this item. I'm joined by Councillor Toby Benton. Can you please introduce yourself and confirm whether or not you have any declarations to make?
That was the wrong button. Good afternoon, all. My name is Councillor Toby Benton. I'm the representative for Coalville Ward, and I have no declarations regarding today's hearing.
Thank you. We're also joined by Fiona Johnson from the Council's licensing team, our legal advisor Horatio Chance, our committee officers Tommy Hamner, Yusuf Olo, and Toyin Sobawale. In the event of loss of connection, our quorum for this committee is 2, as there's always a possibility that I may lose connection temporarily during the broadcast. The hearing will be adjourned temporarily with a notice placed on the screen to this effect. Once the connection is resumed, we are at prorate. The hearing will continue. Ground rules. Before we start the hearing, there are a few ground rules. Please keep your microphones on mute until you're invited to speak. Please make sure your mobile phones are on silent. Please do not use the Microsoft Teams chat function as it is not monitored. Everyone should have received the procedure for this meeting regarding the use of cameras and how to connect back if you lose connection. Thank you. Parties in attendance. Tommy Hamner, can you please run through the list of persons wishing to speak today?
Thank you, Chair. Today we have from the responsible authorities, PC Donna Wilcox from the Metropolitan Police Service and James Rankin who is the counsel for the Metropolitan Police Service registered to speak. We are not expecting the applicant. The premises user. They have not made any indication that they want to attend today. Okay. Okay, great. The procedure of the meeting has been circulated with the papers. However, in summary, I confirm. Firstly, the licensing officer, Fiona Johnson, will give a brief outline of 10. Then I will ask, I won't ask the premises user unless that changes throughout the meeting for a submission. So yeah, no, but I will ask Mr. James Rankin, Counsel of the Police, to present his objections. He will have a maximum of 10 minutes to do so. He is joined by PC Donna Wilcox, who may be able to assist the committee if they have any questions. Questions may then be asked by of the police by the committee, the premises user, or a legal advisor. Finally, I will turn to the governance team to see if any issues have been raised and what we need to consider. There will be no summing up, and the committee will adjourn for 10 minutes to make our decision. We will reconvene to verbally announce the decision today, and then will be confirmed in writing within 5 working days. The full reasoned decision will be issued soon after, as soon as possible. I would like to remind everyone that the committee has read the papers, which comprises the main pack, so there is no need to repeat their content, but please do draw your attention to certain points and pages. Okay, so Fiona Johnson, please can you outline the 10 for us?
Thank you, Chair, and good afternoon all. We have before us today a temporary event notice which has received objections from PC Tom Stewart on behalf of the Metropolitan Police on the grounds of the prevention of crime and disorder and public safety. An objection has also been received from Mr. Philip Richardson from Environmental Health on the grounds of the prevention of public nuisance and public safety. Mr. Miles Chambers has submitted a temporary event notice for Sunday the 24th of August and Monday the 25th of August 2025 to provide sales of alcohol off the premises during Notting Hill Carnival between 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. each day. Mr. Chambers is proposing to use the front garden of 119 Ladbroke Grove, W11. A copy of the temporary event notice and supporting documents, which includes an event plan and site plan, are attached as Appendix A. Summaries of the objections can be found at pages 6 and 7 of today's bundle, and copies of both objections are attached as Appendix B and C respectively. Relevant extracts from the Council's Statement of Licensing Policy are attached as Appendix D. The premises are located in Colville Ward, on the west side of Ladbroke Grove at its junction with Cornwall Crescent.
Sorry, just very quickly, it's not, if it was in Colville, I wouldn't be able to sit on this committee. It's on the west side, so it's...
West side, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, my apologies there. A map of the area is attached as Appendix E, and a list of licensed premises within the vicinity is attached as Appendix F. A map of the 2024 Carnival footprint, indicating the parade route, location of sound systems, bars, street trading sites, safe areas, and other matters is attached as Appendix G. This map is for illustrative purposes only, as the map for 2025 has yet to be finalised. A list of temporary event notices received so far for this year's Carnival is attached as Appendix H. This list includes notices which have been withdrawn or issued with a counter notice. Some of these notices may still be under consultation. Finally, Chair, I'm not aware of any other documents being circulated. In determining this matter, the committee must have regard to the objection notices from the Police and Environmental Health and take such the following steps as it considers necessary for the promotion of the licensing objectives. The steps are either issue a counter notice if it considers it necessary for the promotion of any of the licensing objectives, or take no further action and allow for the notice to have effect. And Chair, it does say Colville Ward in the report, so if you can just bear with me a second, I'd just like to amend that and correct it with the correct ward. So 2 seconds, sorry, Chair.
I think it's Norland.
Yeah, I think it is Norland.
Okay, so
Yeah.
note.
Yeah, I think it is Norland. Just waiting for the computer to fire up, so to say. And the ward is Norland. So I'd just like to correct that error in the report and change Colville to Norland. And other than that, that concludes today's summary, Chair.
Thank you. Now for, well, we'll go straight to the police objection. Mr. Ranking, can you present your submission? You have up to 10 minutes to do so.
You must be sick to death of me by now. You've been so patient. The home straight then. The application is made for a location right in the middle of the Carnival route. This is that part of the Carnival route where, at its worst, people inch their way up and down Ladbroke Grove. The rationale behind the police objection is well known to you, but just in case Miles Chambers is watching this online, I should explain that he has not been singled out for particular attention. Any premises that fall within Ladbroke Grove itself are of real concern to the police. And it isn't one of those ones where the position is solved by having trading taking place off the premises in another area. I get entirely that Miles Chambers and his family have been involved with Carnival for many years. He for 15, his mother and grandmother before him. I understand all of that and the cultural history that goes behind it. If the counter notice is issued today, all that will happen is that he will be unable to sell alcohol. He has never sought to sell alcohol. This is his first application for a temporary events notice. And so he will be able to continue selling food and the rest of it. But the concerns that the Commissioner had relate to the ever-increasing numbers at the Carnival. And the concern is centred around the lack that the police have to effectively police the event. And it's not because they have fewer constables available to them. It's not because there are fewer stewards. It's because there are so many more people coming to the Carnival. And whilst in the past, the police's view had been a permissive one to aim to permit the grant of these temporary events notices, subject to a number of tweaks, we have decided this year to have a really hard look at these applications and decide which ones should go unobjected to and which ones should be objected to. I regret that Miles's one is one that falls within our area of concern. And these are concerns which we have now voiced to your committee on 4 separate occasions for temporary events notices in Ladbroke Grove. And you have understood our objection. And on each of the occasions when we have made a representation objecting, you have agreed with us. And on each occasion you have issued a counter notice. Please, would you do the same then in respect of 119 Ladbroke Grove? It matters not that Miles wants to sell the cans round the corner in Cornwallis Crescent. That doesn't answer our concern. Anything which interferes with the Carnival route, anything which creates a pinch point, anything which increases or slows down the amount of people in the area is a bad thing, we believe, for the purposes of the prevention of crime and disorder objective. And that's why we put the objection in the way that we did. Just pausing there, he's obviously asked for more hours than is normal for the grant of these things. He's asked for an 11 o'clock start, not a 12 o'clock start, and he's asked for an 8 o'clock finish, not a 7 o'clock finish. But even if you cut it back to what would be regarded as your standard hours, that wouldn't remove our objection. So there we have it. Tom Stewart's notice of objection is at page 37. He draws your attention quite rightly to paragraphs 25.11. You know those off by heart now. You know what my role is. You know that our role as the police is to offer you first-hand advice on the prevention of crime and disorder licensing objective. We are your primary source of intelligence on that. And as it stands, your primary source of intelligence is saying, do not grant. So those are my submissions.
Thank you. Now for questions. Councillor Toby Benton, you have any questions?
I would just like to say, given the applicant, or whatever the correct terminology is in this case, isn't here today, and perhaps deviate from asking questions as such, but and also to say nothing of the fact that James Rankin himself probably having to deliver the same points to us is equally enervating for him. But to say that I think it's hopefully made as clear as possible that the cases aren't being brought against people that are considered to be problematic. It is the location where we are on the thoroughfare and the result of having that sort of thing there. And it's a shame that we don't have the applicant himself to speak with. As such, I have no questions. I just want to make it as clear as possible to anyone looking at this, either now or after the fact, that this is not these aren't decisions taken lightly, and they're reasoned as I hope as well as could be expected and hopeful.
Thank you, Councillor. I'm going to ask one question just because he's been trading for a number of years, as you said. and does that not give you some sort of I don't know, trust or something that you could bridge a gap for this particular application, or is it just a broad sweeping? No.
I mean, see, there's nothing wrong with his experience. He's got experience in Bristol, for example, where he was issued with a personal license. And certainly for festivals there, he has operated events there. But it is so different to Notting Hill Carnival, which is so unique in terms of the numbers of people, the sheer numbers of people attending. No, obviously the best will in the world will drive Miles to promise that everything will be fine. But we just can't take the risk, and we urge you not to take the risk either. Look at the consequences. They're unthinkable. And it's better that one errs on the side of caution than one issues sympathy for Miles. Much as obviously we would like him to be able to do this, it's just, so far as the police are concerned, just a step too far.
Okay, thank you. Seeing as though the applicant isn't here, maybe he is watching on. So just for future reference, not just in this particular instance, but I would urge all potential businesses that want to do what they want to do during Carnival, it would be a good idea to work with Notting Hill Carnival Limited, because then you can liaise with the police and Notting Hill Carnival Limited, and you might be able to kind of have more support for the police for future reference. That's just an aside, not particular to this case, but all across the board. I just want to put it out there in case you are watching, and anyone else that is watching with interest for TENS for Notting Hill Carnival. Okay, then do we have any questions from our legal advisor?
Thank you, Madam Chair. No questions as such. Mr. Rankin addressed the issue of the reduction in hours, and I was going to say if a reduction in hours would sway them, but evidently not. So no further questions.
Okay, thank you. And then any questions? Oh, well, the applicant's not here, fine. So I'd like to take this moment to ask our legal advisor to deal with any further queries that he may have.
No further queries, other than the police, as you know, are the experts when it comes to crime and disorder. So the evidence they advance during the course of this hearing, you need to give sufficient weight to. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Do our licensing officers have anything to add?
Nothing to add, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Do our governance officers have anything to add?
Nothing to add, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we've reached the end of our meeting. The committee now has all the information needed, and we will retire to make our decision in private session. We will reconvene this hearing after 10 minutes to verbally announce our decision. Thank you so much. So yes, tune back in 10 minutes for the decision. Thank you, everybody. Hello, is everyone here in attendance?
Yes. Yes, everyone's here.
So I confirm I'm now reconvening the meeting. The committee has considered objections from the police and environmental health to a temporary events notice, which has been given by Mr. Miles Hilton Chambers, the premises user, for the sale by retail of alcohol off the premises at the above address, which is Jamaican Food Exhibition, Forecourt, 119 Labrador Grove, W11 1PG. On Sunday, the 24th of August, 2025, from 11 to 2000, and Monday, 25th of August, 2025, from 11 to 2000, for a maximum number of 6 people at any one time. The committee has considered the committee papers and submissions made by the parties, both orally and in writing. In reaching its decision, the committee has had regard to the relevant legislation, the Secretary of State's guidance, and the authority's statement of licensing policy. In summary, the committee decided, after taking into account all the individual circumstances of the case and the prevention of crime and disorder, prevention of public nuisance and public safety licensing objectives, to issue a counter notice under Section 105 of the Licensing Act 2003 for the event. This notice means permission for the licensable activity requested in the temporary events notice has not been approved. The committee decided that allowing the temporary event notice would, in this instance, undermine the prevention of crime and disorder, prevention of public nuisance and public safety licensing objective, and it determined to issue a counter notice under Section 105 of the Licensing Act 2003. A copy of the reasoned decision will be provided without undue delay. If the premises user, police, or environmental health would like to appeal against this decision, such appeal must be made to the Magistrates' Court within 21 days from the date of notification of the full decision, but in any event, no later than 5 working days before the start of the proposed temporary event. Thank you, everyone, for attending. The meeting is now over. Bye.
Can I, on behalf of the group, thank you and Councillor Benton for the extraordinary forbearance you've shown during the course of today, and the obvious. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much, and thank you, everyone.
Bye.